Nick Cannon says on The Breakfast Club that having 12 children was a trauma response. It wasn't like I was acting out, it was more of being careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had the money, because I had the access to whoever and however I wanted to move. Then, obviously, life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm just going to live life and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. I can handle it. Being almost 45 now, I can sit back and, like, if I would have thought, process through a little bit more and took the time to do the inner work, things might have been a little different in certain scenarios. A truly diabolical confession, but saying that having 12 children was a trauma response is absolutely wild concoction. Like, what do you mean? And immediately he says it wasn't like I was acting out, it was more of being careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had money, because I had the access to whoever and however I wanted to move. Right? These will be the same men that are like, no, men should be leaders. They led 12 women into having these children with them, only to then say, like, oh yeah, it was all just a big whoopsie. I didn't actually mean to do it. I was just being frivolous. Just the best example of why men shouldn't never be in leadership positions. They don't reach self-awareness until they turn almost like 45. Best case scenario. I was like so shocked to read this because I actually never thought he would get here mentally. And I guess that's the good news. This is just what we mean when we say don't have kids with men, because he's going to be like, oh, it wasn't like I'm going to go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm just going to live life and have fun. And whatever happens, happens. I can handle it. Yeah, of course, you dumb motherfucker. Of course you can handle it, because you're not going through the fucking pregnancy or the birth, and you're not stuck with the child for the next 18 years. Meanwhile, the dad gets to visit like once a year. Of course, you're gonna have fun, and whatever happens, happens. You can handle it. Because why the fuck wouldn't you be able to handle it? Like, you did none of it. You got to just do the fun part and then run off and do it 12 more times. This, women, this is how men think of us. I'm just gonna live life and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. When it comes to having children with you, this isn't him talking about dating or even marriage or anything like that. This is a huge, irreversible, life-altering decision that he's like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun with it, and then whatever happens, happens to the woman. Fuck her and fuck all the consequences. Like, I don't fucking care. And now that I'm almost 45, like, I can sit back and be like, oh, you know, if I would have thought the process through a little bit more and took the time to do the inner work, like, just the whole thing is absolutely diabolical. Of course, when you live in a society where men don't have to pay for their crimes because women pay for men's crimes, this makes perfect sense. Like, for men to do all of this and like not even realize it until they're like 45 or whatever, because of how we generally view women in our society, because of how little regard we have for women's life, for women's like prosperity, for women's futures, for the lives and the futures of children as well. Like, men are literally just running around peeing out. And we're not doing anything about that because for some reason there are so many women out there that take getting impregnated as a fucking compliment. It's not a compliment. This is the fucking thought process of most men, especially men who want to get you pregnant out of any sort of like legal binding agreement. I'm not just talking marriage. I'm talking like legal binding agreement to certain rights, to certain parental responsibilities, to those kinds of things. Trust me, men would not be running around getting women pregnant if women were thinking critically about getting pregnant. But for some reason, women just take the lead from men and are like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. It's like really fun. No, it's not fun for you. It's fun for him. Okay, stop thinking that in that regard, you're equal to a man. You're not. You will be stuck with the consequences of his actions. And in a way, I think a lot of this happens because a lot of men feel incredibly self-conscious and incredibly resentful of women's ability to create life. It's not enough, you know, for some of them to have one or two or five kids. It has to be 12. They have to be Genghis Khan or whatever, because they're so deeply insecure about their manhood or about their pee-pee or whatever. They just need women to understand that you're just a game piece to a man. You're a slot machine, you know, that pops out validation or smecks or children, housework duties. That's literally how way too many men think of things. There's men out there like Future, there's men out there like Cannon, like Offset, to whom it's like a huge win to make somebody their baby mama. Because really, they're trying to get their validation from how many women they can conquer or how many children they can create. Anything but the inner work. And that's what I'm fucking talking about. As soon as they do the inner work, they're like, why'd I do all that? Oh my God, you're literally ruining everybody's life. You need to start in jail and prove your way out or something, because this is getting completely out of hand. Please stay safe out there. I love you. Mwah.